Alright, welcome back. Some of our basic email tracking structure is ready. We have our email tracking model ready, and we also have this URL pattern ready, and we also have this track click and track open view is ready. Okay, in this video, let's try to understand the idea of detecting the open and click on an email. Okay, so when it comes to detecting a click event, the logic is very simple. You send some link with the email. It can be a buy now link, or it can be a read more link, or it can be any link. And when the recipient clicks on that link, we record it as a click event. Now the question is, how can we know whether someone has clicked on our link? Okay, well, we append our click tracking link to the original link which is coming from the form. Okay, for example, if the user is actually sending some link in this rich text field, let's consider as ratankcom/buy now. Okay, so the text is buy now. So this link is being sent from the user. Okay, so we will take this input from the user and programmatically we will append the click tracking link. Okay, we'll append the click tracking link to this original link which is being coming from the form. Okay, now when someone click on this link, the request will first come to our server, because you see the click tracking link will become like this. Okay, so the recipient is actually going to receive this link in his email. Now when he click on this link, the first request will go to our server. Okay, so consider this domain.com is actually our server. Okay, this is our emails /track/click. Okay, so this is our click tracking URL pattern, and this one is actually a unique ID. So every URL pattern will have the unique ID. So this is to identify which recipient or which subscriber has clicked on the link, and using this we can also record the clicked time. Okay, so when someone click on this link, the first request will go to our server. Okay, the moment we receive the request to this click view, which view? Here it is. The request is going to come here. Okay, in the track click view. So here we are actually going to store the tracking information such as click that timing, and then we will redirect the user to this buy now link. Okay, first we will take this unique ID and we will store all the tracking information, and then we will redirect the user to this target link or destination link. Okay, so this is about the click event because the recipient himself is clicking on our link. Okay, the moment he clicks on the link, we will immediately record the click time. In fact, it is counted as one person has clicked on our email. Now in case of email open tracking, the logic will be same. We still want our open tracking URL to hit the view and store the opened at timing. But the twist here is we cannot wait for the recipient to click on any of the link, right? We will have to record it the moment the user has just opened the email. Okay, we cannot wait for the user to click on any of the links, but we still want to run a view because that's where we are storing the opened at timing, right? That means somehow we want to run a view without the user intervention. So that is a tricky part now. Let me tell you how we can do that, and this is what most of the email marketing softwares do. What we do is we send 1:1 pixel image in the email using the img tag. You know HTML very well, right? So in HTML we have a tag called img. So this img tag is used to load the image. This img tag has an attribute called src. Okay, so this image tag has an attribute called src, and this src attribute usually takes image URL. Okay, now when the web page opens, this src attribute will trigger the image URL on its own automatically. That leads to display an image on the web page. That's how the image tag works under the hood. Now the plan is we will not send the actual image URL in this tracking link. Okay, instead we will send the open tracking link that points to our open tracking view. Okay, so while sending the email, our img tag will become like this. Okay, so instead of sending the actual image URL, we will send the open tracking URL pattern like this with the unique ID. and the width will become 1 and height will be 1, because we don't want to show this image tag or image element to the recipient. Okay, so that's why we put 1 into 1 pixel image tag. Okay, so when this image element goes to a recipient and he opens the email, this src attribute will automatically tries to load the image by triggering the URL that we have sent, right? So in this case, the src is set to open tracking link. When it triggers, the corresponding open tracking view will be triggered. Okay, so that's where we will immediately record the open event. So that's how we can efficiently track the open event of an email campaign. Okay, but one exception here: open tracking is a useful feature, but it's not always 100% accurate. Here is why. When an email is sent to a mobile phone, some email apps automatically fetches images to display a preview of the email. This can make it seem like the image was actually opened, even if the user hasn't actually opened it. So we should keep in mind that it's not perfect and may sometimes show opens that are not real. This is the very common issue in the whole email marketing industry. There is currently no full-fledged solution to this problem. Some people claim that they give REST APIs, but I'm not sure. I have never worked on those REST APIs. They just claim that use our API and this problem will be solved, but I don't know. Okay, so because of this problem, most of the businesses try to get as many clicks as possible, okay, instead of getting as many opens as possible. Okay, so the click is very important. So that's when the businesses get sales and results, right? So this was about the theory part of email tracking system. In the next video, we will actually dive into implementing the email tracking system from scratch. Okay, so even if you don't understand the theory part very well, don't worry. While we are coding, you'll get to know a lot of other things as well. Okay, so you'll understand it better. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.